Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal, when I put my foot on.
Thanks, Coach. Well, the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set, come on. 59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Haskins to Thompson on the screen. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early. Because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, dude. Every day, any day. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, lock it. I'm coming. Slam.
Now Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Redskins nothing. Albert Rosas to kick off for the Giants.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now this one complete on the slant route. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a quick pass to Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
On first down, this is Geis. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Geis. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run, watch the run.
It's Geis on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Down. 60 out. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Elbow. Right there.
On third down, Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 3 bud.
Ready, ready.
Jones to throw again. It's complete to Chris Conley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Topper.
Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, watch it. Pick the edge. Come.
Leo. Let's go.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
6 man. Check her.
Move. Go out. Shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Interception. All day, baby. Let's get this.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
All right, Jim. Check 52. He's crashing. He's
Charlie. 64. Weak.
Under 10. SOS.
Gone.
Sponge.
Let go.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Gets through and now an opening. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Redskins nothing.
Let's go. 18 Gators.
It's just me and you.
Bristol and Travis. Rock it. Lee Griffin.
Now Saquon Barkley. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 16, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, team 6.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Here we go. 57's Mike 55.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Off the play fake, here's Haskins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They're not ready for this.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Geis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Look at me. Score. Score.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
From the gun, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to look end zone here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Come on, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytic.
Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, orbit.
That's got to be a long day. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Blue draw quarters.
50 seconds to Mike. Rip left, rip left.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Hey, wahoo. Hey, Sam off.
Bang, bang.
Shoot.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return is Pettis. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the run.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Almost. 55. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Haskins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
All day,
Now Haskins on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a game of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 15-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
There you go. Go.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Second and 1. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down.
Come on now.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Check safety. Check safety.
Bravo. Fair.
Second and 2. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
I got you, son.
On second down, here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Geis. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watch the twist.
On second and 11 now. Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, will step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point attempt here still to come. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
218, chop.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
152 fighter.
Check 43.
Hey, Delta. Now.
Jones now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, zoom.
Mike, 57's right. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 57, Mike, 57.
Now Jones. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On the ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
57's the Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm going to run you over. 57's
Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. Looking long for Westbrook. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Here comes Pettis on the return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Silver. Check.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on second down, Haskins, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
50 seconds to life. All day, point. Check 24, check 24.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Alpha.
No. Off.
2nd and 4. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Jones throwing on 1st down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hatchet.
Topper! Hey, Haywood!
Jumper.
Go.
Throwing, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
56. Let's go, D. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking long for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let him know, let him know.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
49, check 49, check 49.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On play action, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Turn.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check, ready. 6 yard. Hey, tight.
This is Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Geis. And an alley to run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
The score, Redskins 17, Giants 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Go! Switch! Hey, exit!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Leo!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Hey, echo!
57 to Mike. Yeah, give me a
Check!
He'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie!
57. Mike, 57. Hey, we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Wildfield.
He's back to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. A gain there of 21 yards. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
61, matchbox lights.
On 2nd down now. Hilliard, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check, check. Lucky. Show it up. Check.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
You draw Corker. Go.
Switch it. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shoot. Check hot route. Hot.
Another try for Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Giants, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.